Hello and welcome back. Welcome to episode 5 of Dragonbane, where we are following the adventures of Quackbane, who I keep calling Duckbane, but his name's actually Quackbane, who is a Mallard bard. If you are a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back. Welcome. If you're a subscriber, you are much appreciated. Thank you so much indeed. It's really appreciated your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It helps us out and helps the visibility. If you like what you see during the next period of time, hit the old thumb. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them into the comments. In fact, I actually actively encourage it and we can discuss certain aspects. And you can make comments about how I play Dragonbane, which I, in my usual inimitable way, learn as I go along. So, we left Quackbane having completed the first of the solo missions from within the core box. For Stonegaze, he has retrieved Gorum. Sadly, Nayuk, the orc who he met along the way, perished at the hands of the cultists, which Quackbane dealt with in a very much fantasy D&D type way of going, alright then, oh well, and moving on with his life. He has returned back to Stonegaze with Gorum, and we haven't done the ending XP or the ending progress. There's no XP, is there? So, what it says in this book, is gain experience. Each time you roll a dragon or a demon when using skill, tick the checkbox next to that skill. We have done that. In addition, gain 5 advancement marks for skills of your choice when returning from a successful mission. We have returned. This alternative reward replaces the standard system of advancement at the end of each session in group play. Make your advancement rolls between missions, rolling a d20 for each mark. If the result exceeds your current skill level, it increases by 1 to a maximum of 18. When you're done, erase your marks, start over again. When you reach 18, you can then get an additional heroic ability. So, we have Quackbane, and Quackbane has already got a mark for performance, persuasion, sneaking, spot hidden, and knives. So we can do 5 others. So out of the 5, I picked awareness, bluffing, evade, healing, and slings, because some ranged weapon might be useful. So we now roll through, and for each one, we'll try and roll over it. If we do, we get +1. So awareness is a 10, 15, so awareness goes up to 11. Bluffing is a 12. Bluffing goes up to 13. Evade is a 12. Ooh, 12 exactly. It says if it exceeds. So 12 doesn't exceed, so we won't cheat. So his evade stays at 12. Healing is a 10. Stays at 10. Performance is a 12. Performance stays at 12. Persuasion is a 12. Persuasion goes up. Sneaking is a 6. Ooh, fails to go up. Spot is a 5. Fails to go up. Knives is a 12. Goes up. And then we've got slings, which is a 6. Goes up. So, next, Quackbane will... so this is on the journey back up. Basically, as the mission's finished, so the journey back up, Quackbane is increasing in his skill sets because it's just one of those things between missions. So getting back up to the top, Quackbane would, of course, go up those spirals, which was at the back of the chapel, up the spirally staircase. Come on, fella. Follow us up here, and we're going to make this dwarf geezer, Stonegaze. Come on. Alright, if you're sure, I need rest. Yeah, we'll rest up there. It's nice and safe. So I'll take him all the way up the spiral stairs and then out and into the chapel where the Stonegaze will have known he was coming, of course, and be waiting for him. Ah, I see you have returned. You have brought the orc Gorum. I welcome you to the chapel. Alright, Gorum says hello. And so Stonegaze will... would you like a coffee? Fella, rather have a cup of tea, if it's all the same to you. So they'll have a cup of tea, and now Quackbane will of course be asking questions about, I'm going to need some armour, fella, geezer. You got any armour? No, I would advise you return to Outskirts, where you should be able to purchase things. And I know that because I was just reading a bit about Outskirts, which we didn't really cover properly, so he will then return, I would guess, Quackbane will want to return to Outskirts to sort of re-equip. Now, Outskirts was quite interesting when I read it, because the person who I put in charge of the inn isn't the person who was in charge of the inn when Quackbane met him. This is where we are, which is in Deepfall Breach, and we need to travel to Outskirts. Now, I just checked, and our key says that we have 15 kilometres, which is approximately an inch and a half. And we are being told that a normal person can march 15 kilometres in a shift. Now, we've got the standard 4 shifts, which is morning, day, evening, night. And so if we imagine that it's taken, I think Quackbane rested, so it would have taken a while to do this. So Quackbane has come up and we can say it's the morning. He hasn't really slept, so Quackbane might be tired. But if we could we'll just go with the fantasy flow. And Quackbane will then, would Gorum want to come? Would Gorum want to come to Outskirts to get some stuff? Because Quackbane he's got some things to sell. He's got an amulet for worth 45 gold that he can sell. He's got the spyglass that we keep. He's got 2 coppers from the cooking utensils, and he got a total of 26 silver pieces. So I think a suit of armour for himself, and probably, I mean, I think Gorum could possibly come with him for the rest of the way. I mean, he's going to want to keep him alive. So the next one that Stonegaze is going to ask him to do is to go down into the cultist warren and to find a devotee, a cultist who is a deity who wears a shard of the sword they're trying to rebuild. That Duckbane doesn't really know about that much. And doesn't really care either, he just wants some cash. And go and do it. So Gorum knows where this place is based on what Stonegaze had told him previously. An orc named Gorum. Gorum knows the location of the cultist outpost and may serve as a valuable ally in the days to come. All right, so Stonegaze will say, Gorum, I understand you know where the cultist's base would be located within Deepfall Breach. Yeah, I know that. Would you assist us? I don't like them, so yeah, I'll help you. And my friend Quackbane, are you still ready? Well, fella, that wasn't the most fun I've ever had in an afternoon, if I'm being honest with you. But if I can go back and get some stuff, I mean, it's, some stories to tell, innit? I mean, I am a bard and that, and I do need some stories to tell, and they're new ones, aren't they? New, fresh stories. So Gorum will say, I need stuff too. Can't come. Now, I don't know whether how Outskirts would treat an orc adventurer who's come in. I mean, they're not normal characters. So Quackbane being very equal opportunities. We go, all right, fella, come on. We'll go down, you and me, we'll go troops down, Outskirts, innit? Right, sell some of the stuff, get some kit, come back tomorrow. Is that all right with you, mate? And Stonegaze will go, yes, but hurry. The evil approaches. The cultists are worshipping. I do not know. All right, fella, all right. Enough is enough, all right? The longer you talk, the longer it takes. We're off. So Quackbane and Gorum will head off in the morning mist through the misty veil and towards Outskirts. It will take, so they'll grab, has he got any food? He's got 3 sets of rations, so we'll consume 1 lot of rations, which will give him 2 lot of rations. So he'll take 1 lot of rations on the way over, 1 lot back, and so we'll say he's got 1 lot of rest. So he's going to go across to Outskirts and attempt to purchase some stuff. So in getting to the gates of Outskirts, apparently, all right, let's do. So we've got two shifts. For the first shift, when they're traveling from the breach, because I'm not too sure about this bit. The other bit was quite easy. It's just going in a straight line. So this is going to be a bit chaotic as I try and work stuff out as I go. So between the breach and Outskirts, we would probably expect that the first half day's travel, there might be a chance of getting lost, so I could give him a bushcraft roll, and the second part it would all be signposted, because in the book, within the core book, the Dragonbane Adventures book, it says that most of the ways to Outskirts is clearly signposted. So let's give Quackbane got his name right. Let's give Quackbane a bushcraft roll, which because he's got a spyglass, he gets a boon on. And then we'll see if we get close. And then I can show you the map of Outskirts. And they'll be coming in probably from the south gate, or if you've got this, it's on page 18, or South Gate 2A, as it's known. So I'll read the little bit and then we'll see what happens as he comes in. So, first half of the day, Quackbane is leading Gorum. All right, fella, it's this way. Come on. God, I can't believe my little feet are faster than yours. Oh, I'm quite tired. So we'll make a bushcraft. So he's got a bushcraft of 10. He gets a boon for using the spyglass. A 19 and a 19. All right, so they're going to they take their time, and they get a bit. Oh, I'll tell you what. Because of that, I'll roll an encounter. They get an encounter. Let's give them an encounter, and that's why they fail, and they bump into something, and they get an encounter. So there's some encounter tables. I think there's encounter tables in this. All right, what we got? D12. 8. Farmers. Farmer Oda and her grown-up son and her grown son Medvan are on their way to Outskirts to sell their wares and would like to share camp with the player characters. However, Medvin has recently been recruited to the Smarg cult of Liara and asks lots of questions about the players' plans. He reports everything they say to Liara, and they can run into Medva a second time, for example, during a confrontation in the crypt. All right, okay. Players' knowledge. All right, players' knowledge, mate. So, during that first half, they're sitting and they're having some cheese and biscuits, or maybe like some crusty bread, ploughman's, crusty bread, a little bit of pickle, maybe some pickled onions, not a pork pie. They haven't got a pork pie. They're not affluent. It's just cheese and bread, and they're sitting there. And Quackbane's going, you know, I'm a renowned singer and poet. Are you? I am. If you like, I can sing you a song. No. What? No. And then there's a cart comes past with a couple of people. Go, hello there. All right there. And how are you? Are you off to Outskirts? Yeah. Yes. And why? We were just curious. I see you're having some cheese and bread. This is my son, Melvin. Hello. How are you? We're all right. What are you up to then? We're going to sell our farm. We're going to the markets to sell our stuff. We have some potatoes and we have some turnips. I like turnips. Well, we can sell you some turnips if you like. Why don't we take a drink together? We have some mead if you'd like some. Oh, now, I do like a mead. So they will sit together and Quackbane will start telling stories about his quest and how brave he was. He's going to attempt to bluff them into believing that he's some kind of hero who saved Gorum and killed everyone by himself. No one helped. And Gorum's just going to be busy eating turnips and isn't really going to make much of a comment. So we'll roll a bluff check for Quackbane, and this is the message. I'll write this down in the notes. So for next time we come, this is what Melvin will tell. This is what Melvin will tell if he goes back. Medvin, not Melvin. Medvin, Medvin, Medvin. Quackbane is ... So we've got a 13 for bluffing, 12 successful. So he's a hero, and 1 to keep an eye on as might spoil plans, wherever those plans are. I vaguely read it. So there's machinations going on in Outskirts, but Quackbane's not that interested in that at the moment. I've also, because I kickstarted Shadow over Gloomshire, so that is an adventure that we might send Quackbane off to after he's finished doing the solo stuff. So they'll go together, and then Quackbane will go, well, you know, we should be off. Well, so should we. We could travel together. Yeah, I'd like that. Can I have another turnip? Well, not really. We need to sell them. Oh, it's a shame. So they'll go together the rest of the way, and then they'll reach the southern gate. The rest of the way is easily marked, but also they know the way, and Quackbane is starting to wander off to one. Let's make another bushcraft roll for him. He won't get to use the spyglass. What is his bushcraft? I think his bushcraft is 10. So Quackbane will start to wander off and look back, and they go, where are you going?
Isn't it this way?
No. It's the big collection of buildings over there.
Oh yeah. I know that. I was going the shortcut, I know, around this way. But we won't go my way, we'll go your way. Don't worry about it.
And they'll continue down to the south gate. Now the south gate, I will read it to you. Why don't I read it to you as though I was your DM? A low double-gated entrance is flanked by 2 round towers of stone. There's a paved road leading south. Well, actually it's not leading south, it's leading north because we're coming in through the south gate. So this here is the beautiful town of Outskirts. It's an old town built around a very ancient temple, which Quackbane paid very little attention to because all he wanted was a maid, earn some money busking, and see if he could meet. What is it? It's a drake. I think it's a drake. No, he's a drake. Company. So he wasn't really paying much attention. So this is the town of Outskirt, and somewhere around here is the inn that he was talking to, the barman who sent him off, called the Three Stags. So Quackbane will say,
Right there, nice name, yeah. What was your names? I'll write your names down, and then if I see you around, we can have a bit of a chinwag. I'll tell you all about my adventures.
Oh, that would be very good, because sounds like you do a lot. So this is Farmer Oda. Oda, O-D-A, and her grown-up son, Medvin. So, first off, even though Quackbane is definitely going to want to get some armour, which he can get from the blacksmiths, the smithy, where Oakard, who he never met before, who's a heavily tattooed dwarven woman with thick braided beard and a formidable underbite, he's first off going to go to the inn to get himself a proper drink.
Right there.
He'll walk in,
How is everybody?
and there's a smattering of local farmery types. There's a 50-50, apparently there's a good chance that there is a very grumpy mallard sitting in the corner with a colleague who will not really like him. So 1 to 10 he's in, 15 he's not in.
Oh, where's the barman who was here then? Right.
So there's a barmaid in her 40s, so she's young. She's a young whippersnapper in her 40s, so young, with braided hair, ex-militia, who owns the bar. I don't know of anyone I'm the only one who's ever worked at the bar. I don't actually recognise you either, my friend, but welcome to the Three Stags.
Nah, there's a geezer. He sent me off to the Stonegate dude.
I have never had a man working behind the bar, particularly over the last few weeks. It's just myself.
You sure?
Definitely. Now that is because I hadn't read this first. I made the barman Mal. We'll say that some mystical way the barman sent Quackbane off to Stonegate for his adventuring. So Quackbane will buy a drink for himself. I know. Gorum, at the gates, there'll be some guards at the gates. So as Gorum and Quackbane go in, someone steps forward. I'm sorry, we cannot allow him into the town of Outskirts. I'm terribly sorry. For starters, he hasn't got shoes on.
All right, fella, who are you?
My name is Captain Hardy. I am in charge of the guard for this town, and I'm afraid we cannot allow people like this into the town. That just won't do. I keep a very tight ship here. I make sure that everyone abides by the rules, and I make sure that the place runs smoothly. He can't come in.
All right, what if I buy him some shoes?
Well, you can buy him some shoes and then come back out, but at the moment he can't come in.
All right, I'll sit here. Bring me turbot and beer and I'll be fine.
And also, we'd rather he didn't sit at the gates. It really does make the place look quite shoddy. So Gorum will wander off towards a little grove and sit himself down as Quackbane's going to go in and do some shopping. Or just to be a bit roll crazy, let's be a bit roll happy. Quackbane is going to say,
All right, fella, what do you say your name is, mate?
my name's Captain Hardy, and we keep a tight ship, as I was saying.
All right, Hardy, my lad. How about I tell you who this is? This here is my Batman. He carries all my stuff, makes sure my weapons stay clean, and sorts out my armour.
You're not wearing any.
I'm here to buy some.
So he's basically going to attempt to persuade Captain Hardy into letting Gorum in. And if he says yes, he'll just promise to buy him some shoes first thing. So we will give him a persuasion roll, just straight. He's not going to do any singing because that might catch attention to himself. His persuasion is now 13. 6. Well, normally we wouldn't do such a thing because, as I said, we run a tight ship here. But as you are a hero, by all accounts, I think you can allow your Batman in. And your name is, sir?
His name's Gorum.
Oh, Gorum.
Yeah.
And they will go in together. Quackbane will leave Gorum outside, and we'll say, so now we cut back to the barman, bar lady, Higda? Oh, Van Hild, Vagnhild, Van Hild.
All right, then. That's a bit weird, isn't it? I was wondering if I could have a beer.
How much of beverages? And he will send a beer out to Gorum and some more cheese to keep him happy.
I've got a fella outside. He just want to keep him happy and busy, innit? I'll get a bottle of pop and a packet of crisps for the little one outside.
So it says that is a tankard of mead is 4 copper. So Quackbane will go through 2 coppers worth, chatting, trying to find someone in the bar to have a conversation with, basically killing time and sending a couple of drinks outside to Gorum. And then he might, then later on, so as it starts to get late and he starts to,
all right, mate, what's the time? Oh my God, is that the time? I've got to go get some shopping done. Lovely talking to you. My round? Is it my round? Oh, fella. Sorry, mate. I'll have to owe you, won't I? Hey!
And he leaves the bar. And so he's going to then go across to the smithies. He'll walk into the smithies. I've already thought how he's going to react. And the very jovial owner of the smithies, Okard, the twins, Smiths run by Okard and Ballord, dwarven twins from the Kamar Mountains. Anyway, so only Okard is there, who, as I aforesaid mentioned, is a heavily tattooed dwarf woman. Quackbane will walk in and Okard will come up really happy, hands on hips.
Oh, hello, and how are you? I'm glad to see you. Have you come to buy weapons and armour? That's great. All right then, geezer. That's a nice beard you got on there, geezer. I like to see a beard on a fella. I am not a man, I am a woman. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to, cross over any lines. Everyone can be anything they like, innit? What I'd like some armour for myself and my chap outside. Can you sort us out?
So he will, let's give him, because he might have annoyed her. He highly likely might have annoyed her, or she might find it family. Let's see if he can try and switch that into, not persuasion, he'll do performance, he'll crack some jokes, he'll crack some Ricky Gervais-like jokes, and see if she can then laugh, or what side of Ricky Gervais she falls on. So he's got 12. 16, she's going to crank the prices up because she thinks,
now, I don't think that's funny. Just wanted to say, me and my twin brother, we might look the same, but we're not the same. So, just take note, young mallard. All right. Oh, fella, take a joke, innit?
So we will have a look at the prices of things. So he's going to try and get armour for himself and for Gorum, and we'll make him do a bartering roll because she wants to whack the prices up. Quackbane will know she's really whacking the prices up. He's not going to want to play the prices. So first off, he's going to see if she'll buy, would she buy an amulet? Is anyone here? Does this list any sort of shop where he might be able to flog an amulet? Where can they flog stuff? Do they have markets on a Sunday? Maybe they'd have to sell it at markets on a Sunday. Oh, we'll try and sell it to her. And then she can sell it, or maybe she'll like it. It's a 45 gold piece amulet. Let's see if he can flog a 45 gold piece amulet. He's got a bartering of 6. I'm going to give him a Bane. I'm going to give him a Bane because of the bad joke he made, and she wasn't happy with it. And so what he's going to do is he's going to attempt to sing her. He's going to say,
Alright, I'm terribly sorry, O Dwarven comrade, that I slighted you in such a way. Let me crack out the lyre and give you a bit of a performance.
and what he's going to do is he's going to use the musician ability to try and give himself a boon on a bartering roll, which will then cancel the bane that I was about to give him. So he'll crack out 3 will points and he'll go,
Oh, my little dwarf, you got a beard that's nice and soft. I wish I could run me flippers through it, but you might not like it, would ya? Oh, my little dwarf, I'm sorry I said you were a fella. Oh, my little dwarf, your sparkly eyes, I can tell ya.
which is very poor, which she wouldn't like. But he spent the 3 will points and that's that. So he just gets a straight barter roll and he's got a 6. 12, no. So she's not incredibly impressed and won't budge on prices and says, I appreciate the song, but prices are prices. My brother and I, we need to make a living. She sort of like crossed herself over with Captain Hardy there. So, but will she buy the amulet? All right, she'll buy the amulet. It says it's worth 45 gold. She will give Quackbane 30 gold for it. Now, Quackbane knows that he's just been done over like a kipper, but there's not much that he can do about it. And he even had to throw in the 2 copper piece worth of cooking utensils to get to buy that as it stood. And he stands there puffing on his beautiful carved pipe. It's his memento.
Going, do you know what? I've got to get better at this bartering. I've got to get better at bartering and I've got to shut my beak. Shut your beak, Duckbane. Quackbane. Shut your beak.
All right, if we can get 50 gold for chainmail, he can't afford chainmail. He could get, for 10 gold, he could get himself and Gorum some studded leather, but he'll give him a bane on sneaking. He doesn't do much sneaking. All right, so he's going to get 2 lots of studded leather, which then might keep them alive by dropping the damage by 2 points, which will be 20 gold. That's uncommon. Would she have uncommon stuff? She's got all common and uncommon weapons, shields and armour. All right. And then Quackbane, so that's 20 gold, which leaves him 10 gold. How much is a scimitar for our... That's 10 gold. All right. He's going to get a scimitar for Gorum. That's all his gold gone. But at least Gorum's got armour and weapons. He's going to have to get boots for him because he promised. Boots is 2 gold. He can't afford boots.
Alright, Gorum, I'm sorry, lad, but I can't afford you a scimitar. 10 gold for a scimitar. Short sword, D10. Alright, you got a short sword and a pair of boots.
So I'll have a short sword and a pair of boots. Good boots. Now, what could Quackbane get? So he's got a knife at the moment, which does a D8. Well, let's get him a sling. He's going to get himself a sling as well, so he can do a bit of range damage, which is 1 silver, which means that he's dropped down to no gold, and now he's got, let's say he's got 22 silver left. He'll also then go,
alright then, oh man, oh god, I really wanted something else for myself. What can I do? Now, I'm best with knives, aren't I? I'm rubbish with everything else, even rubbish with a sling, to be honest. Alright, thanks there then. What did you say your name was?
Oakard.
Thanks, Oakard. If I find something pretty, I'll bring it back for you. Ring.
Don't bother. He'll leave and then he'll go across to Master Ilvar's, which is an oblong, windowless log building. On the roof, there are goats feeding. On the unkept grass above the entrance hang a grained wooden sign reading Master Ilvar's in curly letters, that is 5. So we've got, can you see this? I think you can see this. 5 is here. That would be 5. And the inn is the 3 stags. Sorry about that. He's just across the road. So they've gone across the road. There's a little courtyard there. That's where Ulvar's is. And I'm guessing that is the smithies. Correct. This is the smithies here. So I'll go across. Master Ulvar. What do we need to know about Master Ulvar that we can chuck in? Tall, red-faced man in his 50s. Good age. With an impressive drooping moustache. He's got hands the size of hams and speaks with a booming voice that makes his moustache quiver. Nice. His son works out back. The shop does not sell weapons, shields or armour, but most other common items listed in chapter 6, alright, of the rulebook, which is over here. So what Quackbane needs is he needs some more bandages. 5 silver, some more bandages. He'll go over.
Shop. Shop. Hello there. And what would you like, young mallard? All right there, fella. Ooh, your voice is quite loud. Have you thought of taking to the stage? I have considered being an actor, but the hours here are better, and my son cannot be trusted behind the till, as he then takes the money to the bar. All right there, fella. A bit too much information there, but anyway, I'd like some bandages, some medical supplies, if you got them.
He will then get a boon on healing rolls for resisting disease. Might be useful. A healing potion, 50 gold pieces. He can just afford the 5 silver, 10 more bandages. He'll buy 10 more bandages.
He's clean, a little bit like bed sheets.
Which will be taking him down to 17 silver. What has he got that he could flog? Beautiful cotton, no. Spyglass, he wants to keep that. Flint and steel, oil lamp. Maybe he'll buy some more oil. Maybe he'll see if he can get, what have we got here? Oil. And then they'll trip back. What time is it? And then we'll do that. This will just be a shopping trip. Lamp oil, 3 silver. Holds 10 doses. Each dose keeps an oil lamp lit. All right then, there we go. He'll get some more oil for the oil lamp, which will knock him back 3 silver.
I can't believe this. I've gone off.
This is after he's left and he's walking along. Gorum's got his boots on. Both put their armour on. Gorum's like looking at his sword on his hip, looking quite bad.
I like my boots and I like my sword. Thank you, Duck. Nah, mate, Quackbane. Don't call me Duck, Quackbane.
Thank you, Quackbane. And Gorum will then be walking along.
Yeah, thank you.
And they'll trog off back. So let's see. Now they've only got 14. They've got 14 silver. It's night. Are they going to want to take, like, they're going to want to sleep? All right, how much is a bed for the night at the inn? Proper night's sleep, and then they'll go back tomorrow. All right, he's going to pay, Quackbane is going to pay 2 silver for them both to spend a night in the shared dormitories. And the shared, let me double check whether the 3 stags has a shared dormitories, because the book says, yeah, there's a dormitory, shared dormitories. So basically what it is, it's like a big bunk room that you're all sleeping in the big bunk room. You can, so with that, you don't need to make a bushcraft roll to have a shift rest, but on a D4 each shift, on a 1, someone snoring, which will probably be Gorum, keeps everyone awake. So Quackbane will pay for them both to spend the night, and actually he's going to need more rations probably, isn't he, as well? How much is rations?
I mean, I've gone down, do some venturing and make some money, and I've come up poorer than I was when I went down. I need a proper job.
Field rations, 1 silver, 1 ration must be... Okay, so he will get them both. He'll spend 4 silver, which means he'll get... he's got 8 silver left. He came in with 24. Then he'll get... they'll both have 2 rations each, and they'll have food to eat during the day. So they're sleeping. They'll spend the evening and the night. So in the evening, no one snores. And during the middle of the night, no one snores. So they get a good night's sleep. He refreshes everything. He gets all his hit points back. He gets his will points back that he spent trying to convince the smithy that he shouldn't be banned from the Oscars. And then they'll finish and they'll set off the next day. We'll need to make a bushcraft roll for Quackbane to make sure that he can find his way to Deepfall Breach and not get them lost. So the first half there's no risk, and then the second half we'll do a bushcraft roll. Shall we say someone's given him direction, so we'll give him a boon. So we'll say that he was in the bar overnight and they spent money and they got talking and he got that that roll. Let's give him a performance roll. Let's give him a performance roll to try and do some busking night before. All right, performance, plain, D12. No, he's awful. He has stuff thrown at him. No one wants to know him. So he's just got a straight bushcraft roll to not get them lost. But he gets a boon because he's got the spyglass. 9 and the 10, both are good enough actually. So he's able to find the way back to Deepfall Breach. They've got their armour, they've got new weapons. So Gorum has got armour and weapons. I'll just briefly write up Gorum as an NPC, not as a full character. So they'll return to Stonegaze.
Right there, fella. Did you miss us? Hey, wah, wah.
Ah, I saw you return.
Yes. All right, what's next?
Let me tell you, I am glad you have returned now, for the problem is getting worse.
All right, am I going back down then? At least I got this fella to come with me. I suppose I need to keep him alive.
He will help you find the outpost. I will help you. I will help you. And off they go, back down the spirally stairs, and we will catch Quackbane at the beginnings of mission 2, the Cultist's Warren, next session. But for now, we will finish at the end of the shopping trip. I was once told role-playing games are just shopping games. You go off, kill things, get money, do shopping. Kind of true. Thank you for sticking through to the end of the episode. I hope, even though not much happened with Quackbane, you enjoyed Quackbane's little voyage into Outskirts, and he will return there again later, I'm sure. As I hope you will return next week to see more of his adventures. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing. It's much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed yet, please can I encourage you to subscribe. It would be much appreciated if you did. If you liked what you saw, please hit the old thumb. It does help us quite a bit. And beyond that, have an awesome week. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye.